Does this hit a little too close to home? Yeah, you are definitely not alone. For so many established sellers on Fiverr, this isn't just some random quote. It's their life right now. A business that took years of hard work and perfect reviews to build, just vanishing.
So what in the world is going on? In this explainer, we're going to break down the massive algorithm change that has completely rocked the platform. We're going to look at what happened, why it might have happened, and most importantly, what you can actually do about it.
You know, for so many sellers, the first sign that something was seriously wrong was just silence. Like deafening silence. That constant stream of messages and new orders that kept the lights on, it just stopped. Almost overnight.
And listen, we're not talking about new sellers who are still trying to figure things out. No, we're talking about top-rated sellers, level 2 veterans, people with hundreds, even thousands of glowing 5-star reviews. Suddenly, they're finding themselves buried on page 9 of the search results, their income just completely tanking.
Okay, take a look at this. This chart. Wow. It just brutally lays it all out. This is from a real seller. Okay, they went from 16,000 gig views in a week down to 200. I mean, just think about that. That's a drop of over 98%. It's an absolute catastrophe, and no amount of 5-star reviews could stop it.
So what's the culprit? What's causing all this chaos? Well, it looks like it all comes down to this new, super mysterious metric that has completely changed the rules of the game on Fiverr. They're calling it the success score. It's basically this secret number from 1 to 10 that Fiverr gives you behind the scenes. And here's the kicker. This one little score is now more important than your public rating, your seller level, pretty much everything you thought mattered. And this right here is what's driving everyone crazy. See, on the left, that's all the stuff we focused on for years, the things buyers can actually see. But on the right, that's what the algorithm is really looking at now. Things like secret, private feedback from clients, asking for delivery extensions, and even cancellations. Yep, even when they're the buyer's fault, are supposedly dragging your score down in the shadows. I mean, this quote from a seller just nails it, doesn't it? The whole system is a total black box. You can have a perfect 5.0 public rating, everything looks great, but one client leaves some secret negative feedback and your score tanks. And the worst part? You'll probably never even know what happened. So the community has kind of crowdsourced a list of these silent killers that might be wrecking your score. We're talking about things that feel totally normal, right? Like asking for a time extension because your client went MIA, or a buyer canceling by mistake. Heck, even a client asking for revisions, a completely normal part of any creative job, might be flagging you as a problem to the algorithm. So you have to ask yourself, why? Why on earth would Fiverr roll out a system that feels so confusing and, honestly, kind of punishing? Well, nobody knows for sure, but there are a few big theories floating around the seller community. Okay, theory number 1 is what you could call the sea of 5 stars problem. Think about it. When basically every experienced seller has a perfect 5.0 rating, the rating itself becomes, well, kind of useless, right? How does a buyer choose? So this theory suggests the success score is Fiverr's way of creating a new pecking order to artificially separate the good from the great.
Theory number 2 is a bit more cynical. It's simple. Follow the money. Some sellers are convinced this whole thing is designed to push cheaper, high-volume gigs to the top. Why? Well, Fiverr takes a cut of every sale. And they make a lot more in total commission from tons and tons of small $25 orders than from a few big $100 ones.
And then there's the big one, the AI theory. The idea that this whole success score isn't run by a person, but by some complex black box AI, an algorithm so complicated that even Fiverr's own employees can't tell you how it works. And that would definitely explain the vague copy-paste answers from customer support and that creepy feeling that the machine is in charge now. Okay, I know, this all sounds pretty bleak, but listen, you are not powerless here. So, enough doom and gloom. Let's shift gears and talk about what you can actually do. We're going to go through a survival guide based on what's actually working for sellers right now to fight back and recover. All right, here's the game plan. We've broken it down into 4 key steps. Think of this as your personal recovery checklist to get your visibility back. We're going to walk through each one, starting with the basics that you might have forgotten about. Step 1, go back to basics. Re-optimize everything. The algorithm, no matter how fancy it gets, still loves keywords. A lazy title like, "I will do copywriting," just won't cut it anymore. You need something strong, something specific.
packed with the exact words a buyer would type into that search bar. That is your first line of defense. And while you're at it, double-check all your tags and categories. Make sure everything is dialed in.
All right, step 2, polish your shop window. Your gig page is your digital handshake, right? You got to make it look amazing. We're talking crisp, professional images. A quick video, like 30 to 60 seconds, that sells you and your value. Make sure your pricing packages are crystal clear. And here's a big one. Talk about the benefits for the buyer, not just a list of features you offer. And hey, don't be afraid to swap out your gig images every few weeks. Keep it looking fresh.
Step 3, and this one is absolutely critical. You have to start playing defense against those secret stats. This means you need to avoid cancellations like the plague. I mean, do whatever it takes, and use those delivery extensions only when you absolutely have to. Your new goal is to provide service that is so ridiculously good, so over-the-top amazing, that there's no way a client would leave anything but stellar private feedback.
Okay, so those tactics can definitely help you survive the algorithm as it is right now. But let's zoom out for a second. What's the long-term play here? How do you build a freelance business that's, actually resilient?
A fellow freelancer said something that I think is probably the single most important lesson from all of this. It's simple. Don't build your entire career on Fiverr, because they can change the rules at any moment. And they're right. Building your entire business on a platform you don't control, it's like building your dream house on rented land.
So, the ultimate takeaway is this. It's one word: diversify. Look, use Fiverr as a powerful tool to get leads, but please don't let it be your only tool. Start building your own website, grow your own client list, your own brand. Make Fiverr work for you, not the other way around.
And that really leaves us with the big question, doesn't it? For every single freelancer out there. In this world of unpredictable algorithms, is the real goal to just get better at chasing the platform's ever-changing rules? Or is it finally time to stop chasing and start building something that you actually control?